What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got something cool for you today, specifically for the 6.7 2017 and up. Here is a kit to take that nasty fuel filter from underneath your hood if you're still running the stock. Some trucks already have the HSM upgrade for the upper filter, but some do not. And if you do not, why keep it under the hood with that plastic? Let's bring it downstairs under the truck with HSM's relocation kit. Let's check it out. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming back and checking the channel out today. We have something special from HSM, and the steel bodies kit is going to be coming soon. Just hold your horses. We have productions in progress. So 2017 to 2022, well, I guess 23 really. I mean, the fuel filters are going to be the same for that one as well. But if you no longer want to have, let's go take a little field trip here and look at a secondary fuel filter. I think I have one around here somewheres. Where are we? I seem to have misplaced a fuel filter. Oh, hold on, maybe it's over here. Here we go. I found it. Just scatterbrained. Okay. Here is your secondary fuel filter for the top of your 6.7. Now, if you had an 11 through 16, you would only have 2 ports. If you have a 17 through current model year, you're gonna have 3. So what is gonna happen, you're gonna say, bye-bye, no longer using that. And now where that fuel filter went under the hood, this is now gonna go. And it's gonna sit right in that cup. Once you get that seated in the cup, before you do so, you're gonna be screwing in some ports. They are of 7/8 origin right there. And there are 2 different ones, just like the HSM upper fuel filter kit. If you guys notice the end, this one always goes towards the firewall. This is the back one. So I would be putting some Vaseline or some petroleum jelly, trans gel or something on these O-rings. We're gonna screw those in, and then you're gonna go ahead and clip your factory lines onto these ports. No big deal. Now, if you have a stock truck with no HSM upper, they leave you a fitting, a conversion, where you're gonna screw this fitting into the side of the housing. It's a little filter on the return side, and you screw that in. And this is the return port that is gonna allow this line to now screw right on here. I think it's like 4AN or something. And what you're gonna do is they give you this barb. You'll put this barb in this line, and then your actual return port, which is the same size as on the filter, your factory line is gonna clip right into here. So if you've already made that incision on your truck already, you'll still be able to utilize your line because you had to install this onto your HSM kit already. So depending on what modification you got done on, this truck that we're working on today has my modification on it for the return line and the quick disconnect. It was really slick because I didn't want to go from 3 quick disconnect fittings to only having 2. This guy got a Parker fitting and went and got a male 6N to 4AN, and then a quick disconnect that we put in the HSM line. And this is essentially the same as having the part on it that HSM gives you, except it was a straight fitting. Well, this one you'll be able to turn a little bit and get a little better connection, but having the quick disconnects on here were were way better. So what I'm gonna do is we'll disconnect these two lines. We'll disconnect this line. I'm gonna pull this up out of here, and we're gonna assemble the new piece that we have created. I wanted to keep the quick disconnects for this one as well. I got the kit from the customer, and where is it? Where is it? So this piece that screws into the side of this housing was only going to accept this right here. Well, I wanted to take it a step further, so I looked up the sizes, and the customer wound up getting a 4AN to 6AN. This is, here's the part number, 4AN female to 6AN male. This is actually for a nitrous kit. That was kind of funny. So I'm gonna screw this into here like this, and it's gonna be, I guess at this guy's discretion, because he bought another black one and has the aluminum silver color one on there. So that's gonna screw like that, and then the return line is gonna screw on here like this, and I'll be able to use that quick disconnect that he put on quite some time ago, and it's gonna have that stock look. I guess right now, let's get these lines on, and then we'll go ahead and take care of the filter under the hood, and then we'll install this, and then we'll be finished, because now we'll have to go downstairs. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it is time for winter diesel treatment. First time going to be using the 6300, but have been using the 9100 and the regular diesel treatment. So if you guys haven't already, use our code PTT. We're noticing a big difference with that. Not for your 6.0 and 7.3, but also for your 6.7.
Just a little bit of lube here. Really start drinking.
this truck has the new S&S DCR on it. So we got two little plastic clips like that, little plastic tabs to push, and then we're gonna pull and twist. Be ready to catch some escaping fuel. Try not to make a mess. Kind of tilt this hose up like this. Let it drain back down into that manifold. Could just kind of tuck the line around this little 4x4 electrical connector right here, so it's kind of out of my way. I got a couple of plastic little ports to see if I can cap this off. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'm not gonna be leaking fuel all over this thing. All right, this next one, you're sliding that clip out like that. You can pull this off. Be ready to catch some escaping fluid from that. I'm gonna pop this one on so we can take our time here. All right, that one's on. Kind of tilt this hose up a little bit. You can get it to drain back down that tube so that you're not juicing all over. All right, get this nasty rag out. All right, the next thing we have is our signature quick disconnect right here. And we got two tabs, and it comes right off. Again, I'll try to tilt that up, kind of get that out of my way. Leaning it right here against the degas bottle. And then after that, I'm gonna cover up the return line because that's the only one I don't have a cover for. And I'm gonna pull the filter out like this. All right, once you get this assembled just like you saw us do, remember, got a little different angle here because we're not gonna be going straight like the other filter. Well, the stock one, I should say. But HSM has really got it nailed down. See that ridge right there? That fits, move my paw, fits right in that cup. Look at that. It's like meant to be. All right, lines. Let's get our return line back on. Now, if you guys are interested in having that same type quick disconnect, I'll put a link in the description for the video that we made where we put that on. There we go. Fuel line on. We'll clip that on. Go ahead and get our custom return line. That's on. Quick disconnected. I like it. And then we're gonna take our HSM, or take our S&S line from their manifold and put that on just like that. Check it out, you guys. That is HSM Relocate for the upper fuel filter. I really dig it. Now we need to go downstairs and put the new fuel filter under the truck. All right, before we go downstairs, we're gonna get this assembled. We're gonna need these two big fittings. We're gonna get some lubricant and we're gonna put some on the O-rings just a little bit. They are the same ones, so it does not matter what side they go in. All lubed up. Go ahead and screw these on, and these are 7/8. Go ahead and snug these down, get that O-ring seated. Now this is what is going under the truck, and it kind of resembles the one that we took off underneath the hood, sort of. And now here is the bracket that is going to bolt to this, and this is how it's going to sit against the trans, just like this. So now we're going to flip this over, and we have these two bolts with lock washers. I'm gonna put one through here and try to get this started by hand. Okay, there's one. And then gonna line up the hole there. Put this one in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and snug these down. All right, that's pretty much it. This fuel filter is now gonna be ready to go on underneath the truck. I'm probably gonna leave this off. I'll just spin it on so you can see what it looks like. But that's what it's gonna be sitting on the side of your trans. We'll leave this off so we can get a little better aid in tightening these lines. And we're gonna run these along the side of the trans. You'll see where they go. We have 2 quick disconnects. We're gonna be disconnecting underneath there. And I guess enough with the jib jab, but let's get underneath and check them out. Let's get down to business. And we're gonna go underneath. I already have some lighting set up. We have 2 10 milli bolts right here. We have 2 of them. We're gonna see if we can take both those out one-handed. We're using quarter drive stuff. Oh, got some Loctite on it. Let's take this one out. Oh yeah, got Loctite. Wow, this comes all the way out. Let's see if we can collect these. We are gonna leave this tethered to the trans. You don't have to, but I guess for the sake of argument, I'll just leave it like this so you guys can try to do the same thing. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this fuel filter and the bracket, and we're gonna line that bracket up right here, and we're gonna put both bolts through, and then we'll have our fuel filter sitting right here. But I'm gonna need both hands for that one because I can't do that. All right, there we are. We are on. I need to turn a Milwaukee to tighten. And we're gonna snug these down. And watch the filter get sucked up right by the side of the trans. Snug. Snug. All right. There's the manifold for your new fuel filter. We have some 7/8 lines that we're going to tighten. I'm going to be using a crow's foot. But the next messy thing that we're going to have to contend to is that quick disconnect right there. And it is exactly like the one up under the hood, pushing these 2 tabs. Can I do it? Can I do it? It's almost there. Ow. Yes. I pushed it up. I pushed it up. Now it's all the way up. You have to pull that line off, and then we are going to be putting the male end into that female part, which is this, and that is going to be going to the inside of that filter, of that. And I'll show you right where that's at. All right, this is sort of the last step. I wanted to show you guys this before I make a huge freaking mess. And we're gonna go downstairs and let's go see. Okay, so I have went around, let me zoom out. Okay, I went round and round in how I was gonna run these because I want to do it differently than the instructions. But this is what I did. Excuse me for the crude visualization. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. All right. So I got the two lines coming off. The one closest to the transmission is the in. That one is this curled one, and it has the male end on it. That is going in to the line that I still haven't disconnected yet because this is going to be a mess. So I wanted to leave that for last. The other line, what I wound up doing, and it worked out really well, is if you guys see this line comes over and goes right here, and I tucked it right on top of this plastic shielding You guys can see it right there. The little plastic clamshell that the line sits in there from the factory. And it kind of just put it in a good position. Now I'll be able to take this and go right here. So it's totally away from the drive shaft. This is how the line looks. Fuel filter. We're gonna go ahead and spin this filter up now because I don't want to have any fuel go in those lines while I'm disconnecting it and start juicing me. So next shot, we're going to have fuel filter on and lines disconnected. Probably see me spraying this thing with some brake clean. One thing else I wanted to show you guys. This is kind of how I wound up tightening these fittings. I wound up getting a crow's foot and going behind the assembly like this, and then I was, come on, find it right there. I was able to get a good swinging room like this instead of trying to fish through the wrenches. Ooh, did we get messy? Yeah, we got messy. I would advise you guys to wear no long sleeves. To possibly put down some floor dry depending on where you at and what you're equipped with. I had a huge basin I could use, but my whole right arm took a bath. So we are fully installed and cleaned. Let's get back underneath here, shall we? Let's check it out. Ooh, I just hit my head on the light. All right, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me put this light up here so you guys can see a little better. Okay, so we are installed on the side of the trans. Lines tightened, just like you saw me do with the crow's foot. Snugged to the side of the trans. Now, my routing may be a little different than yours. Let's see if I can get up here and show you. This is what I did with my hoses. All right, we follow it along, and you can see where we're connecting down under here. Now remember, the one with the male end went to the closest to the transmission. So you follow that line, it goes, hits, it's the one that's touching the body right there, and it goes in right there with that white quick disconnect. But all the lines are on, and they are tight. Give them one last little tug-a-rooski. Okay, that's on. They all clipped on. It was a factory clip. But right now, it is time to prime the filter. All right, let's hit that key. Key on. If we're gonna have any leaks, we're gonna have any leaks downstairs first. Here's the fuel pump in the tank. I don't see anything. I don't see anything leaking. Okay, pump's off. Turn the pump back on. Okay, keys back on. You can hear it. Filtering any leak right there. I don't see none. Cautiously looking. Make sure we got everything tightened. All right, let's go back under the hood. Let's make sure we have no leaks up here. Anything from the return? No. I think it's time to start. All right, she is running. And I do not see any leaks. Tell me what you guys think about this video. If you guys are interested in installing the HSM upper relocation for your fuel filter, get that plastic stuff out of here. This is the way to go. There's some other ones on the market that may be subpar. This one, after installation, A1. Zane, HSM Motorsports, we appreciate you reaching out. Anybody who needs to relocate that filter, check out HSM. We appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time. See you.